Now, my wife isn't here to approve of this yet. This is probably just the first draft. It is the first draft, technically. And I'm sure she's gonna want some changes to it, but she's not here right now, she's at work. And I'm not gonna have any special features on my channel yet. But I'm just gonna move on to the color grading. So what I did, I just made a separate node, and then I'm gonna use, so this is my color management. It's all specced out. So if you want, you can pause it and just copy this. If you're using a Panasonic GH5s, then this is what I would use. This is what I would recommend, because when I use the color space transform and I use the settings that you're about to see, there is little to no, and I'm pretty sure it's 100% no color change when you export the video. I had this trouble. I had this trouble like for so many years. I would color grade my footage and I would love the way it came out, but when I export it, it just comes out slightly different. The colors aren't as prominent as they were on the software, and I just didn't know why. But until DaVinci Resolve came around and I downloaded it and I experimented with color space transform and the color management and everything like that, then I didn't have that problem anymore. So if you have a Panasonic GH5s, then I would recommend you use this color space. Input color space, Panasonic V Gamut. I shot this in F-Log. If you're shooting in Cine-D, like somebody asked me, I don't know what settings you would use because I don't use Cine-Log-D. I used to, but V-Log is basically more of a flatter color space to give you more dynamic range and more freedom in your color grading. Like there's nothing really baked into it besides maybe the sharpness, or I think that's it, or the tint maybe. But with Cine-D, you have a lot of things to play with, and that's the contrast, the saturation, and everything like that. So it's already baked into the camera, and so if you were to use Cine-D and use these parameters, you might have a different result. But anyways, output color space, Rec 709, and then Gamma 2.4. And then this gives me a little bit of a foundation to work with. So I have my scopes here. I want to bring my widest point. You know what? I don't like this right here. It's too white. Don't worry about that part. Maybe that'll be a different video. But yeah, so what I'll do is just I'll zoom in just to crop all that light reflective, or that light out. And then I'll move this to make it a little bit more even. And then I'll copy this and paste it to each one of these, I believe. Zone position. So they're all the same, yep. Probably do the same with this one. Yeah, we ready to roll. Okay. So I like to look at my scopes, and what I'll do is I'll raise this. I don't like for my highlights to hit the 1023 area. I like it maybe around 896, And then my shadows, it can be a little bit crushed. And then my white balance is pretty much there. I don't know if you've seen one of my other videos, but I made I think it was a short of an app that I use to nail my white balance every time. And if you ever wondered how people's counters when they make videos like this are like bright white or clean white, and their colors are just very clean and accurate, it's probably because they got their white balance right the first time in camera. So I would recommend using that app. So just go find it on my YouTube page. It's somewhere on there. And then if you use that, you'll nail your white balance every time, and it'll make it easier for you to color grade. Okay. This is going to be just a very simple color grade. It's not going to be nothing too elaborate. Make this a little bit more yellow. Go like right there. Bring up the saturation just a little bit. I think I like it like that. It doesn't. It's just an Instagram story. It doesn't have to have any color grading or like that or anything like that. You're not trying to tell a story here. You're just trying to get your point across. I like it. There was a bit of a red tint in here. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit. We'll see. So I'm just going to grab that still and then just place it on all the other shots. Okay, we have some skin tone here, but it looks, she's really red. She's not that red. She's Asian, and when she drinks, she doesn't get red, so that's wrong. She has to be a little bit more yellow. So if we point the cursor at her finger, it's more in the red than anything. So I'll make a node there, and then I would ideally, so this would be her hand. That little circle in my vector scope, if you see that, that'll be her finger. So we'll put that right on the line. This line right here represents skin tone. It's a little bit too yellow, I think. Bring it right there, and then I'll adjust the saturation a little bit more. Right there. This is a little bit too yellow. Bring it down there. Then I made that adjustment earlier, but for the egg yolk, I thought it looked a little bit too green or something like that, but I just deleted that node because I felt like it was fine the way it was. So as a matter of fact, I'll copy this. I'll grab this still, delete this one, And then this will be my primary. So I'll go ahead and apply it to that one and everything else. So that everything looks even and the same all throughout. So you see the treat tray is pretty saturated, so what I'll do is I'll go to my effects and then gamut mapping method. I'll choose saturation compression, and the max I'll turn that down just a little bit. Wait, no, is it that one? I'll bring that down. It decreases the intensity, but I feel like it wasn't enough because it's still pretty high right here. So let me go here. And then just decrease it in the saturation. Be fine right there. I like that, so I'll grab that still. Place it wherever the tray is, just to keep everything consistent. So the treat, it looks a little green to me, so I'll change that. Alrighty, most likely it's this node right here. Oh wait, gotta go to the hue. Okay, so it's this node. Go ahead and grab that. Just place it with this one. This one. Colors are pretty accurate. That's how they looked when they came out of the oven, like nice and brown. Alrighty. So let's play it back and see how it looks with the color. I turned the proxies back on, so you're gonna see some discoloration in the flour and in the bowl, but when you turn off the proxies, you won't see that. And also I'm gonna have my wife choose the music, because I'm sure she has a song in mind for this. Normally I would edit this with music, but she's not here right now and I haven't asked her what song she wants to use. I ran out of space on my memory card, so I reloaded. Forgot to format my memory card. Okay, I like it so far. Again, this is just a rough draft and she's probably going to want to change some things, but I'm just laying out the foundation for her and then we'll just go over it off camera. And but there you go, just a quick edit, just to show you my thought process as an editor when I edit stuff like this. And then it's also my color grading process, very simple. It wasn't really color grading, it was more color correction. But yeah, very simple. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, let me know. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.